What can a plane ride, unloading, and going on vacation teach you about your fat loss, goal achievement, or results in general? Well, I just got back from a vacation. I went out to Mexico, and obviously that involves me flying. And as soon as we landed, I instantly had an epiphany, an idea that I realized that we all do this around our goals, around what we want to accomplish. But at the same time, when we look at other people doing it, we realize the silliness in it, and that is unloading the plane. Now, I'm sure you've done this at some point. If you've ever flown, you've landed, they've gotten on the runway, and they're pulling in or taxiing into where you're going to depart off the plane. And as soon as the pilot says, you can unbuckle your seatbelts, everybody unbuckles their seatbelt, jumps up, tries to rush the walkway in between the seats, and tries to unload all their stuff, not realizing that you've still got another 5 to 6 minutes standing there, holding your shit above your head or holding in this tight confined quarters, trying to rush the 5 to 50 to 100 people in front of you. And this made me realize that it's a lot like our goals, our fat loss, our results, right? What I mean by this is that when you land, you have a certain amount of time it's going to take for all the other people to unload in front of you. You can stand there and be impatient as all hell, but it does not speed up the process. It does not get you there anywhere faster, and it does not make you feel any happier, okay? Yet, if you realize there's 50 people in front of me, and I'm the 51st person, I don't have to stand up yet. I can sit down, enjoy the process, and enjoy doing something else during that 5 to 6 minutes. Instead of bum rushing the aisle, I sit there and I could continue to read. I could continue to do something. I could continue to play a video game on my phone if I wanted to, while everybody else is stuck like little gerbils in the aisleway trying to unload and bum rush the front. No one can get off, right? So this applies to your fat loss in the sense that, are you trying to bum rush the aisle when you could just sit back and relax? It's going to take a certain amount of time to achieve the goal. Trying to rush the process does not help you in any form or fashion. It just makes you look like the silly person standing in the aisle for 5 to 6 minutes with his hands over his head because he can't put them down because everybody else is standing in the aisleway too. Yet, you could be sitting in your seat, still enjoying your coffee or whatever you were doing, reading a book or playing a game, while everybody else has to smell each other's armpits, right? That's actually what happened. It's pretty bad. But that's important for you to understand that, because what we want to focus on here is knowing that, one, we're going to get off the plane either way. But are you making the process painful, or are you making the process less painful? And trying to make your process to achieve your goals less painful is just realizing it's going to take time. And trying to rush it, trying to push the other things in front of it, does not get you there any faster. And what those other things are in regards to your goals, and in regards to your weight loss, in regards to anything, is, for instance, if I'm saying I have 50 people in front of me, those 50 people in the other context is simply dialing in your nutrition, building the habits and routines, hitting the consistency that you need to be hitting, focusing on performing maximal effort when you're training, getting your mind right on a daily basis. These are all the people, all the things that are standing in your way of you and your goals that you're trying to push through to get to the front of the plane first. And it does not happen because those people are going to block you. They have the right of way because they were first. And that means, just like your goals, you need to allow those things to develop, happen, and get off the plane to get out of your way so you can move off the plane as well. So the big takeaway here is, are you trying to push yourself forward in a crowded aisleway when you could just sit back and relax? It's going to take the same amount of time. The difference is you're making it harder on yourself instead of allowing yourself to sit back and relax and still get off at the same time. So 3 questions for you today. Where in your life are you currently bum rushing the aisle and trying to push your way to the front of the hypothetical plane and trying to get off before you really can? 2, what could you be doing in place of standing in the aisleway with your hands cramped next to you? What could you be doing in place of that could actually make the process better, more enjoyable, or easy for you. 3, imagine moving forward, not trying to rush something. In what area could you stop rushing something moving forward that will allow you to still get to your goal, still achieve the result you want, without the annoyingness of standing there in the aisleway? Those are your 3 questions for today, guys, and that's the big takeaway from unloading a plane, and why it's so important for you to understand and realize that you may be doing things that actually make the process more painful, because you could be trying to bum rush the aisle instead of just sitting back and enjoying. You're gonna take the same amount of time to get off the plane either way. It's all up to you on if you wanna make the process painful, stinky, annoying, and uncomfortable, or just sit back, relax, and get there when you get there.